Welcome to Hoosier Crane TV. I'm Bill Galletti.
And I'm Bray Beatles. Bill and I both work in the sales team at Hoosier Crane.
We're coming to you from the new training facility at our Clay Street location here in Elkhart.
Quality training is an important part of any business. At our new training facility, we will be offering operator training as well as numerous other training courses for our customers.
Hello, I'm Rick Stevens. I'm the safety director for Hoosier Crane, located over at our Clay Street building. This is our new training facility. And in our facility here, we'll have overhead crane systems for our operator training. We're going to have fall protection on the back rail back here for fall protection training. And we're also going to be providing other safety training for maintenance personnel to show them how to actually rebuild and service hoist and how to do a monthly inspection as well. These training programs will be available for our customers nationally. One of the services we provide here at Hoosier Crane is our overhead crane operator training course. Some of the topics that we talk about during this is OSHA compliant operator requirements, crane terminology, different parts of a crane, inspection requirements, and safe operating practices. Always remember, our #1 objective is that everybody make it home safe to their families. An educated operator is a safe operator. Hoosier Crane is not only leading in innovation, but we're also leading in training. Contact Hoosier Crane for your next operator training class.
Most people read the magazine when they're on the toilet, but Rick likes to keep up on his OSHA standards.
This facility is another reason Hoosier Crane will stay ahead of the curve in the crane industry.
I've been in the business 26, 27 years. Some of the things we're doing today, the configurator, the new inspection software program that we're building, the new service management system that we're implementing. I've been trying to do those for 25, 26 years. We're just now getting to those because my commitment has never wavered. Having the funding and the time and the efforts and the manpower, people around, took time, and our commitment to that is now coming to fruition. So it's, I love it. I embrace it, and I'm not going to sit idle and be one of the old stogies or old stogies or whatever you call them, the old guys that just sit back and wait for everybody to pass them up. That's not going to be Hoosier Crane.
Referenced briefly in the piece you just saw, we're providing a new innovative way of completing rail surveys.
And we're very excited for our customers to take advantage of this new service.
It's a ferro laser scanning system, very commonly used in the construction industry for basically as-builts. Did this building get built per spec? Are all the pipes where we expect the pipes to be? And it's a small box-sized piece of equipment that gets set up, and it shoots lasers out and receives laser signal back and measures distances. So it plots a million, 3 billion, a ton of points in a point cloud, and from that you can use that data to figure out where things are in space.
You're coming here with a measuring tape to conclude a very serious conclusion that could impact, could shut down a facility like this if they have to repair a crane, or the cost could be, astronomical. But so scanning, you're capturing everything that you can see the scanner can capture as well. So you have an enormous amounts of data. We're talking 50, 60 million points of data. The data's so thick and dense, you swear you think you're looking at a photo, but you're not. You're looking at individual points. So the volume of data allows you to do an analysis that could never have been done before with any other kinds of technology.
Our original old school method would have probably shut down their facility for 4 days while we took all these measurements. And they would not have been nearly as accurate as this this piece of equipment could capture. But we actually did this entire survey for them during production in 6 hours. So from 4 days to 6 hours is kind of a major difference.
Then you have an enormous amount of data. So on the back end, when you do your analysis, you never have to return back to site. You never have to come back and say, I missed this, how about this? You have it all. So you can do a complete analysis in the office. And then you're sure that you have that confidence that your conclusions are correct.
Bill,
Yeah, Bray.
do you know what the difference is between a puppy and an engineer?
No, what is the difference between a puppy and an engineer?
Eventually, a puppy quits whining. We're also unveiling a new service program that will allow our customers a more detailed look at their annual crane inspections and service work performed on their overhead cranes.
It's called Service Pro.
A Service Pro is different from what we were doing before because we're just being way more detailed when it comes to asset management. So we were detailing assets before, but not to the extreme that we're doing it now. So down to the hour, to the part number is all based off of that asset number. So it's tracking everything now. There's lots of different advantages to it, but one of the things that happen the most would be if a customer called in and said, hey, my hoist number 3, the wire rope's bad. Instead of us having to go and try to get a quote and then figure it out, if we've done it before, when we look at asset 3, we literally can see, oh, we ordered a wire rope 6 months ago. Right there, we have the part number. Once we start getting some information, some data put in, especially with some of our top customers first that we go to a lot, my goal would be to get the sales guy involved and do some sort of plan or some sort of analysis on monthly or quarterly or whenever we want to do it, to say this is, we're seeing that there's lots of service calls on this crane, or there's been a lot of wire rope changes on this crane in the year span, stuff like that, so we can see things happening, maybe start catching a repeating thing that's happening, whether it be a user error or maybe there's a equipment error where it's causing the rope to go bad that no one's catching or something like that. We can see that now. The difference you're going to see right off the start is before our service work orders, we were somewhere for 5 days and we worked it was a 5-day job or a 3-day job. You'd see a different service work order every day. The difference now is it's going to be one service work order tagged with each day, so there's not tons of pages of work orders. It's one page and it changes every day and adds to what we did. So it makes it a little bit more tighter and not as messy.
Still to come on Hoosier Crane TV.
Hello, and welcome to Hoosier Crane TV. I'm Bill Galletti.
And I'm Bray Beatles. We both work
Bill and Bray's
their
bloopers.
older cranes new life, like Roy.
Also, a project we did for Nucor Steel. But first, a salute to another great business partner, Columbus McKinnon.
Columbus McKinnon, they're really reaching for the innovative product for the future. And we have, like from the chain hoist, we have a new hoist called the CM Lodestar VS. And what's special about that, that's unique to the market, is it's got special technology and a variable frequency drive, but allows your hoist to respond like a contactor control. So when an operator is used to that instantaneous stuff, in old days with VFD, it would be a delay, they'd hate it. This stuff is primo. And what's beauty about this is that you don't have contactors to burn up. You don't have motors burning up, and it makes your hoist last longer. So that's kind of the latest on the chain side. On the wire rope side, we have what's called the Yale YK model, or the Shaw Box brand SK model. That's a new hoist that we're introducing. It gives us more expansion on higher capacities that we've never had before. And it's basically very low maintenance. It lasts a lot longer. It's got good performance, good quality, but it's very economical and priced.
We've had a pretty good relationship with CM over the years. Some of their products have changed, we've had to look elsewhere for some stuff, but overall they've got a pretty decent product line.
The one thing that I've really admired with Hoosier Crane is the seeing the future, and the future is what? Multimedia. And they started putting these websites together and all these kind of, you know, from marketing standpoint and searches and so forth. So what that's really helped us is their national exposure with our product line. Not only in the Elkhart, Indiana area where other branches are, it was that national exposure, and that's been a very good benefit for, you know, the Hoosier Crane has helped us with.
We are working on several new crane projects, including one for Nucor Steel.
This crane is unique and needed some special attention.
This was not a standard kit crane, so with this being a heavier duty crane, we had to go ahead and it was a hardwire crane, so everything, there's no plugs on it other than, you know, like you'll see that the seal tight pipe for all the motors, everything had to be piped in. This is in a high heat area, so it has the extra shielding on the cables. Everything had to be designed so that it could withstand 140 degrees or more, so all the wiring is set for that or higher. The hoists are tied together. We have a main hoist and an auxiliary hoist. We had to run cables to both of them to make sure that all of our wiring is coming over. We have one panel box with all the controls in it, so we're bringing over the motor leads, the limits, and everything to the hoist. Instead of bringing controls over, we're bringing the limit wires and the main feeds for it. This goes in the melt shop, and it's a very hot place, and it's going where there's a lot of extreme heat, so that is why it had to be set up so that it could withstand that extra heat. So all the wiring had to meet that criteria.
Hey, Bill.
Yeah, Bray.
You know what's funny about Roy?
No, what's funny about Roy?
Roy's so old that when he orders a 3-minute egg, they ask for the money up front.
Another project we're working on is refurbishing cranes for Sugar Steel out of Ohio.
We're giving some of their older cranes, like Roy, some new life. Sometimes the work we do is pretty routine. For example, we just changed out a wire rope on one of our cranes at our Elkhart facility.
It's simple for our guys, but that just shows our commitment to safety.
Basically, during the last inspection, we found a deficiency in the wire rope. It had a couple of waves and a kink in the wire rope itself. So basically, per the manufacturer's criteria and ASME, we're going ahead and swapping it out. There's that groove, that initial groove right there that the wire rope's going to set in. This clamp is going to come across, and it's just going to clamp that one right in there. Check all the way around to make sure that wire rope is actually seated all the way around and that you're not grabbing a part of the hoist or a cross member or something. Hoosier Crane always, whenever we install new wire rope, we always put on some nice fresh spray-on Molly Cane lubricant. Treat the wire rope real nice. That's the way they're supposed to look.
Hey, Bray, can you sing? Can you carry a tune at all?
Of course I can, Bill, but I can't sing like Randy Watring, a.k.a. Lionel Richie, our singing ironworker.
It's not what I wanted. Lord, how could this be? The only one I've ever loved is not in love with me. And now she's gone, and I must face the world alone. I'm a union iron worker. I've been with Hoosier Crane. It'll be 14 years I've been with Tom Schmidt in September. I got this. What the iron worker does is it goes around and we do all their installations out in the field, pretty much all over the country. And I must face the world alone. Oh, keep me pressing on. Coming to you east. I was in a band for years. We were called a County Line Band. We used to do, run around and do the little bars and the nightclubs, the local bars and nightclubs, and some of the stuff out of town a little bit. I was the lead singer and played guitar. Yeah, I do miss it. Sure. So I do a little singing around the shop. It's not what I wanted. Lord, how could this be? The only one I've ever loved is not in love with me. And now she's gone, and I must face the world alone. Oh, keep me pressing on, 'cause I can't do this on my own. Help me, Jesus. You can find me on my knees, praying for us, and the way it used to be somewhere in time, when each other was enough. Back when we knew love and nobody gave up. Help me, Jesus.
That's our show. For everyone here at Hoosier Crane, we thank you for watching.
We will see you next time.
Hello and welcome to Hoosier Crane TV. I am Bill Galletti.
And I'm Bray Beatles. Bill and I... I gotta introduce.
Hello and welcome to Hoosier Crane TV. I'm Bill Galletti.
And I'm Bray Beatles. We both work.
And we're excited about the possibilities this training facility brings.
Quality train. Camera's always rolling.
The camera's always rolling. Rolling.
All right, you ready? Most people read magazines when they're on the toilet, but Rick reads OSHA standards.
This facility, that's not going to work. I probably repeat what you say, that type of thing.
Okay. Bill. What? Dude, your eyes, man. I can't. I love it.
I can do the.
Okay. Yeah. Give me one of those.
Hey, Bray, can you sing? Can you carry a tune at all?
Of course I ain't. Okay, go ahead.
Hey, Bray.
You can't stare at me like that and expect me not to laugh.
Hey, Bray, can you sing? Can you carry a tune at all?
Of course I can. But I can't sing like... I want to say Roy.
Yeah, every time.
Yeah, Randy.
Randy.